Let's cross straight to London and catch up with Sophie Elsworth, the News Corp Europe correspondent. She joins us from outside one of the most famous doors in the world. Sophie, early morning there. I'm wondering whether you're getting a waft of bacon and eggs coming out of number 10 Downing Street. But I've got to get your thoughts on the way Keir Starmer, the UK PM, has been leading this push to try and get some coalition of the willing around Ukraine if a ceasefire can be brokered. Is there much surprise in Europe that Australia would be putting its hand up to help out with this?
Well, I don't think there's surprise, Chris. I think any support from any countries around the world is welcome. But Sir Keir has certainly led the way on this, and this has really given him a boost with public support here in the UK because, as we know, Chris, he had a very rocky start when he took over office in July last year. But just on top of Downing Street, you can't quite see in the picture here, but there's a Ukrainian flag on top of Downing Street with a British flag. The support here is stronger than ever, and they are hoping to get a resolution on Thursday when the military chiefs meet here in London, and they will be discussing actual peacekeeping moves. And hopefully, Chris, will know more detail of what will happen in that move to hopefully come to a ceasefire agreement.
Yeah, I think the greatest benefit from Donald Trump's unorthodox approach, if you could put it that way, so far has been the way the Europeans have stepped up. And as you say, Keir Starmer's led that. Tell us about in the British political system. Is he being supported by the Conservatives? Does he have pretty much bipartisan support for this leadership he's showing?
Well, the Conservatives obviously criticise him on most points, but they have been supportive on this. And we haven't heard a lot of disagreement in regards to the move to try and get Britain and other European countries behind each other to help support Ukraine. So it's been very welcome, and it has been something that they have joined together in, Chris. So this doesn't happen a lot in politics, as you know, but many people around the world, many countries around the world, no matter what political side, want to see an end to this war in Ukraine. So they are joining together, hoping they will meet that resolution and come to a result.
Yeah, it's good for Ukraine, good for Europe, but obviously also good for Keir Starmer's political standing at the moment. I want to bring you to something perhaps less important for the future of the universe, and that is the former Prince Harry. All this controversy about whether he should have really been allowed into the US given his self-confessed drug past. What's happening on that? We're going to want to get some more information into the public arena soon.
Well, tomorrow, Tuesday, we are going to see redacted information released from his application when he made that visa application in the US. Now, initially, this was not going to be made public, but a conservative think tank in the US has really pushed for this because in Spare, the book that he wrote a couple of years ago, he said he dabbled in many types of drugs, including cocaine and marijuana. Now, this would have very likely impacted his ability to obtain a visa to get into America. President Trump did come out in February and basically said if there is something on there that Harry didn't disclose, basically he's not going to, take action. He's got enough problems with his wife. But he has said previously that, he has to be treated the same as everyone else. So it'll be interesting, Chris, because it's going to be a redacted document that will be released. But I think Prince Harry might be a little bit nervous with what this will show because it may show that he was not honest on that application form.
Yeah, I bet he'll be a bit nervous. I wonder what he consumes to help calm his nerves. We'll wait with bated breath. Just briefly, of course, you've been keeping tabs on the health of the Pope. You've been to the Vatican to report on that and first pictures of the Pontiff overnight.
That's right, Chris. So the first picture of the Pontiff was released. Since he's been admitted to Rome's Gemelli Hospital on February 14. He's now been in hospital 31 days. Now, you can see on screen there that he's sitting there celebrating Mass inside the room set up opposite his facility at Gemelli Hospital. But we can't see his face. It doesn't look like he's got any assisted breathing apparatus on him. He is wheelchair bound. His complex his situation remains complex, Chris. He has certainly a long way to go. He has not left that hospital for coming into the 5th week at the end of this week. So there's a lot of nervous people around what the future holds for him. But that will probably give the church and give his worshippers and supporters some hope that he is going okay.
Thanks, Sophie. Appreciate it all over it as usual.